Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday Night Trivia with Drink and Think Trivia. As always, I am Doug. You might notice that I am not joined by my life partner, Lucas. I'm joined by my other life partner. In this corner, standing at I don't know, and weighing probably less than I am, your almighty moderator, the man with the band hammer, the one, the only, Ryan Stewie Stewart.
What up, nerds? Been a while.
I know. It's like having a kid changes your life or something.
Or something. That's what we're going to say it is anyway. All right, so for those of you who haven't been with us before, we do have two rules tonight. We are playing trivia. It is a mixed bag of all kinds of fun stuff. But our two rules are as follows. Rule one, and Doug's going to point it out because he has a lovely framed thing. Don't be a dick. Very simple. Don't be a dick. You can be a dick to us all you want, but please don't be a dick to each other. There's no reason to call people out in the chat. We can take your shit, and we're going to give each other shit because that's kind of how we roll.
That's our entire
dynamic. Yeah. Rule two is no cheating. So Triv now will be able to, reference rule one.
Yeah.
Reference rule one. But Triv now will detect if you navigate away from the window while the question is active, and it will mark you as cheating if we see you doing it a bunch of times. We will disqualify you. It's that simple. So just don't do it. If you can't, hold off on texting someone back in 30 seconds, well then, maybe you shouldn't be playing trivia.
Yeah. We know who the regulars are. We know those who could possibly be cheating and those who could possibly not be cheating. But our new rule 3, and Ryan, I don't actually know if you know this one, but our rule 3 is you do you, boo-boo. Is essentially just let your freak flag fly. Be who you are. Enjoy who you are. We are not going to judge you for it, and we're not going to judge anyone else for it. Just don't judge each other for it, and you'll all be good. So.
I like that. All right, and then we'll hit some announcements, and we'll say what we're drinking, and we'll get started with the night. But, so announcements. This month's theme night is The Office. We are doing The Office, the US version, not the UK version, because, let's be honest, we all watch the US version. And secondly, in conjunction with the fact that our theme night is The Office night, we will not be doing trivia on Thanksgiving week. So the 24th, which would normally be our theme night, is not going to be our theme night. We are taking off because Thanksgiving, being with family and all that good stuff. So theme night will be on next week, the 17th.
I mean, I can get on trivia if y'all want, but I'm going to be like drunk as shit watching football, so it won't be good trivia.
Doug's going to be blasted, so make your decisions.
Yeah, probably a little bit high too, because Allie's aunt and uncle are down with it.
That's exciting. Is there
right.
anything else we need to say before we go into our drinks tonight?
Let me see. Aside from that, everyone give a shout out to Lucas in Discord. He's been feeling really shitty all week. He's come down with the plague or something. So
yeah, he unfortunately lost his voice. So even if he wanted to do hosting tonight, you would only be able to look at his beautiful, beautiful face. So as much, and apparently it's not prettiest right now. He literally barely left bed yesterday.
Yep.
So
and part of today.
yeah, and part of today. So please send your thoughts and prayers to Lucas for a speedy recovery. He's been sick all week, and it's just been awful. He's been straight up dying.
Yeah. So we hope him a speedy recovery. We are going to hopefully have him back for next week, or at least he feels better next week. I don't know if he's going to host next week. I don't know what's going on with anybody at any given time. So I don't make promises anymore like I did with the Halloween thing, because Doug shouldn't make promises, because Doug's mouth writes checks his ass can't cash.
There's a high potential that I am back next week. So
Yeah, depending on what's going on. I mean, hell, I might have all three of them. It might be all three of us.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because there is a possibility that I will be unavailable for reasons.
Ryan is gonna have kid number. Well, not Ryan specifically. Ryan's wife is gonna have kid number 2. Yay! Soon. We don't know, but hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah, tomorrow is start of the 38th week, so baby is viable, could come at any time. So we'll see what happens.
Baby is loaded in the chamber, and also ignore his camera that's been going blinky blink, because something's up with it. But with that, let's get into what we're drinking while Ryan fixes what he's doing. Obviously, I was pre-gaming with some Coors Light like I always do. I will be drinking cream ale from Two Silos Brewery in Manassas. Essentially, it's just if you ever come down to the Manassas Woodbridge area, it's an event venue, essentially. Like they have cover bands every other day. It's an outdoor venue. They got like barbecue. It's essentially like a compound of a brewery. It's pretty cool. Would recommend to visit once, but not to become a regular at. I mean, I've had it before. It's a pretty standard, just like wheat cream ale. But also, we did skip this part. If you are new tonight and you want to play along, we have our new mascot, Clippy. Or, Clampy. Sorry. Clippy is Microsoft. Clampy is ours, the little, like, thing that... He's pointing you to what you should scan, so if you scan that QR code with your phone, you can play with us. Or there's also our stream elements. There's a link, play.trivnow.com/search. When you click on that, the room code is in the top right, R6NM. We hope to see as many of you as we can. Right now, we got 7 teams. So.
And I am still here. My camera is being really weird, and I don't really know what to do about it. So, anyway, I will be drinking the Twisted Lemon Wheat from River Rat Brewery, and that is in Columbia, South Carolina. We have some friends down there that were up last weekend that happened to bring me another 6-pack of it because it was delicious when we went down there and drank at the brewery. So, it's like a Hefeweizen, and it's brewed with lemon peel, and it is delicious. So, that is my first beer tonight.
I would just like to point out that Kim is playing, or Kim is in the chat at least, and said, "Oh my God, it's Clampy! I love him."
Clampy is awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of, it's probably Lucas, not Kim, but I'm curious what the team is. As always, the bid is up. We have 2 possible rewards. I will chug one of these Smirnoff Red, White, and Marys, which are absolutely terrible when they're warm, and I took them out at around 5 o'clock when I started cooking dinner, so they're nice in room temperature. I will chug one for the 50-50 round on a timer. I will chug the other one if we get, I'll say, 2 subs tonight. 2 follows tonight, not repeat follows. You can't unfollow and then refollow. We know who you are. And they taste absolutely disgusting. So.
And I was going to say, I'm pretty sure as moderator, I also can figure that out, that you've been subscribed before. So don't do it.
Yep. But with that, we have all we have. If anyone else, Lucas take over plus E. All right. So we have 8 teams tonight. There are prizes tonight, so just be warned. Lucas, I'm throwing you under the bus. They're going to message you on Discord because you're the one who has access to our Venmo that has the money in there. So have fun. Ryan, do you want to take the first question?
Do that. Let me make sure that I'm right. How do I make this work? Okay. So, number 1. Don't just love Looney Tunes headlines. Let's start current events off with the Princess of Norway is giving up her duties as royal to help run a business with her husband that is known what kind of holy man? Shaman, imam, rabbi, I can do words, rabbi, or monk. Jesus, I promise that I'm not drunk yet.
Did you not read these ahead of time?
Not your current events round. I did every other round.
All right, we are missing Tony Sincata. Make sure you hit submit answer. Yeah, so apparently the Princess of Norway is running off because she wants to help her husband run his business as a something. And or I guess the business is kind of related to his position as a holy man of some sort, but what kind of holy man is he? What's that answer?
The answer is he's going to be a shaman, or he is a shaman.
Why do I feel like it's like a snake oil store, or he's selling a shit ton of marijuana?
I mean, it's like you know how people go to India and then suddenly become life coaches because they earned themselves. That's how cults start, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, I found myself in India. Like, where were you before then? Like, how did that work? It's like, is that like finding Jesus? Was he hiding behind the bush or something? Like, I absolutely despise those people who. Okay. I absolutely despise those people who are like, I went to India for 4 days and it was so spiritual. No, it wasn't. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're a hipster who just wants to be important.
And like I was saying, I might or might not be listening to too many podcasts and stories about cults. And I can tell you that a good number of them have started because someone went and found themselves in India and then all of a sudden have become spiritual. You can't see my hand motions, but just know that I'm being sarcastic as hell and waving my hands about spiritual. I mean, we're going to try this again. It's probably not going to work. Yeah. It's not even recognizing my camera, so this is fun.
Also, where's Kinney? I mean, I know a hurricane's about to hit, but she's on the other side of the state, isn't she?
I thought so.
Yeah. Is she streaming again?
You mean she's not just sharing our stream and just talking about it in the corner?
I kind of wish I want to partner with her. I would pay her to do that.
I mean, we could talk to her about it.
No, that's actually a great idea. Why didn't we think of this before?
It's because I'm not on stream to provide these great ideas.
Apparently, their power keeps going out. Well, on top of make sure that you're praying for Lucas to get better. Pray for Kenny to survive the hurricane. So, number 2, mass demonstrations have been occurring in Iran lately, but what form of protest has been taking social media by storm? So there's the big protests, but then there's stuff that people have been doing on social media to like protest as well, and yeah.
Nice trail off there.
I find that if I follow the thought train, we get way off, and it's just not okay.
Yeah, we have a friend from college who was Iranian, and she is all up in arms about this. Now, she's obviously removed from the culture at this point, but she was born there, and her mother is directly from there. So they've been following this very closely, and they have lots of choice words to say about this whole situation.
Oh, I'm sure. Tony Sincata, we are still missing your answer.
And let me tell you, select words coming from a very Middle Eastern woman, even though she's become American, are amazing because they don't say the shit that we say.
The So when I lived in Bahrain, our I'm just gonna call him our landlord, essentially. The guy who essentially maintained the compound. He was the one who would wash your car for you. He would take care of everything. He was the one who came over with like deliveries and stuff. I mean, he was more of a groundsman, but everyone kind of deferred to him. When he got really pissed, he would use English swear words. Like he would never get mad at like people living there, but he would always get mad at like random stuff. There was one time he's a soccer fan. I forget who he follows. And I was coming home I was in like 8th grade, and I was coming home one day, and I was like, "Hey, how's everything going?" Blah. He's like, "Oh, I'm not doing good, Mr. Doug. I'm not doing good today." Oh, why is that? Like, what's going on? Those damn fucks from the fuckers did the fucking thing with the soccer fuck. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that word works. I know it's very versatile, but that's not. And I was just like, oh yeah, that sucks, man. I never learned what soccer team he rooted for because he just kept calling them fuckers. So if there's a team in England that goes by fuckers, that I'm sorry that I don't know about your team.
There's not. And all teams are fuckers, so it's very versatile over there as well.
Yeah. He super supported India's cricket team though.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes complete sense.
He as a Bahraini, he hated Bahrain's cricket team, but loved India's cricket team. I was like, I mean, all right.
That's fair. All right, Doug, what was the answer to that one?
The answer is people went around knocking turbans off people's heads. So they ran up to imams and holy men and just were slapping turbans off their heads and like, if you're gonna make rules about us, you can't wear this.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to question 3. Obviously, the elections happened on Tuesday, and of course, we got to talk about it. Positives, though, there were a lot of firsts that were elected. Which of these were not one of the categories first elected? Yeah, so this whole thing is just, like, Jenny and I were actually talking about this morning, about all of the new firsts and, like, how shitty it is that some of these are the firsts. Like, wasn't there a first black woman in Pennsylvania, across the entire state of Pennsylvania?
Something like that, yeah. Like, there were some that you're kind of like, I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense because the area, but then there was some that popped up and I was like, yeah, that may,
Yeah. Oh, and I'm trying not to give away the answer because there's lots of good, crazy things that happens, but just like Jenny and I were just talking about, how shitty is it that as a nation, even we're so forward thinking and blah 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 blah, and we're the land of the free, and come here and feel free to. We're a bunch of old white men that govern our nation. So old white men.
Fun fact: before we pulled out of Afghanistan, their Congress had a higher ratio of minorities by a long margin than America did. And I'm like, that's fucked up that they have just been quote unquote introduced to democracy and they're crushing it better than we are.
Shocking. That's shocking. I'm shocked.
I know, right?
I'm trying not to get so delightful.
Anyway, so what was the answer?
Bad. The answer was there was no first non-binary elected. The rest of them actually happened.
So the first Gen Z elected, I want to say was in New York. I don't remember, but I mean, that's how time works as well, though. Like, Gen Z is now, like, old enough to get elected. The first lesbian governor, I actually don't remember. The one that stuck out to me was the first woman governor in Arkansas. Was Sarah Sanders Huckabee, or Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the former press secretary for Trump. Yeah. The first
Massachusetts was the first openly lesbian governor.
That's it.
I was gonna say I knew it. I was like, I looked at this. I know this.
So, number 4, only in Florida, a gun was discovered in Fort Lauderdale Airport by security, stuffed into a what? So someone's trying to go through security and they want to hide their gun by putting it in a what?
So Jenny and I are rewatching House right now because reasons. and we just watched the episode where Cuddy and House are flying back from I think it's Malaysia, where they did like a seminar or some shit, and there's like a quote unquote outbreak on the plane. Turns out that the guy that was the patient zero, he had the bends.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that because like he had gone diving
the day before. The day before he went into the air.
To like a normal level though, and because he jumped on a plane and went up, like it was like it doesn't matter how far you ascend, or it matters how far you ascend. It doesn't matter if it's the water around you or an airline around you.
And so, and like they go, obviously they do the typical House thing where obviously they make 6 wrong choices before they find the right one, and they think he's a drug mule for a while because he's the only one on the plane that speaks Korean, and he can't talk to anybody. And the way he's like reacting to things, they think that he shoved a condom of stuff up his butt to try to obviously bring things back to America. And turns out obviously that that's not the case, and they didn't have to operate on him with non-medical tools on an airplane.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
The answer is a chicken. They brought a chicken, a roasted chicken, I should say, a rotisserie chicken, into the carry-on, and put a gun inside the rotisserie chicken, thinking that rotisserie chicken is the equivalent of lead in that an X-ray can't get through it. Fucking Florida men.
Yeah, I mean, it's not shocking. They tend to do the fun stuff. Well, fun stuff. We'll call it that. Question 5. The big Zuckster, or, Mark Zuckerberg, just had to fire 11,000 employees after what newish product flopped horribly?
So I just found out that Allie's maid of honor's fiance was part of this firing.
Oof.
But
yeah, I hate to see it.
He went out with a gold, like a platinum parachute, though, apparently.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. I'm glad that they're not hurt, because that's...
Fun fact. Actually, hold on. Let me double check this real quick before I say it out loud. Well, there's a question. But, so yeah, Elon Musk... So, there's 2 qualifications for mass layoffs. Either A, you have to give them severance, or B, you have to give them a 60 days notice. Mark Zuckerberg went with the severance. Elon Musk, in firing, what was it, like 15% of the company of Twitter, since he didn't do either of those, is now under a class action lawsuit that's probably going to lose him another couple tens of millions.
That's what you get. There's U.S. labor laws for a reason.
Yep. Well, what's the answer?
The answer was the metaverse. The metaverse.
Wasn't it like the max attendance in the metaverse was like 38 or something like that?
Something like that. It was an astronomically low amount, and that was a whole thing. And obviously, that's why they had to do some cutbacks.
Yeah, I love how they're trying to market the Quest 2 Pro, just $1,500. Like, oh, it's a business thing that you can like virtually interact with people. I'm like, you know what you can also do is get on a Zoom call, right? Like, it's not that hard. Or a Teams call.
It is that hard, though.
Apparently.
It is that hard.
Anyway, number 6, announced earlier this week. Who was chosen to host the Oscars? This is for 2023. To host the Oscars again for like the umpteenth time in 2023. Which I think they're in March, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, there's too many award shows for rich people that I stopped.
The CMAs are going on right now. Do you know who's hosting the CMAs right now?
I don't know because I don't care.
Peyton Manning. Because when you think country music, you think Peyton Manning.
Obviously. Obviously. I mean, I'm sorry. When I think Peyton Manning, I think of Papa John's, but that might be my age showing a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I miss those commercials.
The answer is Jimmy Kimmel. All right, you want to take this one? I need to be right back. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, number 7. Elon Musk just can't catch a break. I'm sorry. He meant to say that he can't stop shooting himself in the foot. with losing tons of money, how much does it cost to get verified on Twitter now? So I actually listened to a whole. For those of you who don't watch Trevor Noah, you should, because he's amazing and has all kinds of fun things to say. But yeah, this was a whole thing because the whole point that he was trying to make when he bought Twitter was that he was going to make it for the people. And it's such a big deal to be verified on Twitter. So he's like, we can win this. We can do both. We can make sure give people the option to verify themselves, and we can make some money while doing it. Well, obviously people are losing their minds, and now there's a whole debate about verified versus double verified and blah 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 blah, and they're just trying to go around and make it more of a thing than they to make it. And Trevor Noah has a whole monologue about it, and it's brilliant, basically calling him out for, yeah, you're a man of the people, let's make you pay money to be verified, but now all of a sudden I can say, I'm this person and I'm verified, so I can go and, oh, we're going to double verify. We're going to make sure it's the actual person that's, and not just someone who says that they're that person, and making these broad, ridiculous statements. But anyway, so we'll see what happens with that.
I assume you're talking about Elon Musk getting trolled by everyone confirming themselves as Elon Musk.
Yeah, so I was getting to that because I was talking about Trevor Noah's whole monologue about this whole ordeal. And that was one of the funny things, is that he got super pissy because a bunch of people changed their name to Elon Musk and then obviously tried saying things that Elon Musk would say. And he doesn't have that much of a funny bone. He's just like, all of a sudden he suspended a bunch of accounts.
Remember how he said it was going to be the platform of free speech and no one was going to monitor it and blah, blah, blah. And
yeah, I said platform for the people. Yep.
So
it was $8. $8.
His skin is thinner than fucking Trump's.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's like one of the I think he is the richest man on the planet now, or at least in the United States. It's ridiculous the amount of money.
It's either Bezos or him, like one of the other. At least Bezos has like a sense of humor. I mean, he's a monster too, but
yeah.
All right, last one of the evening, or sorry, correction. Damn, wow, I'm really bad at doing that. This is a wager round, so you have up to 7 points to wager with. The lottery jackpot was just won as of yesterday. How much was the final total it got up to? I will give you within, let's call it 200 million.
Yeah, that's a fun number to put there. I'll
keep it to 3 significant figures and then write the so like if it was 1.5 million, put 1.5 and then write out million. So keep it to 3 significant figures if you remember chemistry at all. That's all right. Yeah, that's right. What did I say? 200 million?
You said 200 million, yeah.
Yep. First question. Oh, yep.
Hey, I was going to say, You got it. I'll let you go because it seems like you've already gotten it.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. I only see... Oh, there we go.
I was going to say, I see 7.
I see 7 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got them all in. I don't think Tony Sincata is playing. The answer... So I had it wrong. That's how much they got when they took the lump sum. But the final payout was $2.1 billion. Right.
What I would do for that kind of money.
With 2.1, I had this conversation with a client yesterday. Winning that much, and I think this is, I'm going to be super classist here by saying this, is in the position I'm in financially, I can't think of what I would buy, because I would buy a house, pay off all my debt, get a fun car, like not a Lamborghini, because that shit's expensive to insure and property tax is a bitch, but a Camaro or something like that. And then I would get like a family car, and then like a boat maybe. Like I'm not trying to get a 70-foot yacht with a whole crew on it.
There's no reason for it. Like, honestly, be smart about it, and like you said, pay off your debt, like all of it, like your student debt, your if you have a mortgage, like that would be our plan. Pay off our student debt, our mortgage, put some money away for our kids to go to college, not have to worry about it, and go wherever the heck they want, as long as it's not UVA. and like, you know,
Oh, you
be
could
able
buy
to
Virginia
live.
Tech for that money.
Be able to live. Like it's so crazy nowadays that how expensive things are. Like we went to the grocery store yesterday and we didn't even get anything significant, and we spent over $100.
We spent so yesterday we went to the grocery. We weren't feeling like cooking, so we went and got like a frozen meal, a couple of beers, and by couple I mean like literally two like tall boys of beer, some cheese and some soda, and it was like $98.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I like we went because we've been eating out a little bit more than we try to admit because both of us look at each other at the end of the day like, do you have energy to cook? And we both feel like, no.
Yeah,
So we've been eating out a lot lately.
We get the Blue Aprons, and we're like, ah. The only reason I cooked today for the Blue Apron was one of the ingredients was cracked when we got it, and they're like, it's fine if it's cracked, just cook it within 2 days. And I was like, well, today's day 2, so I might as well do it. But
Yeah, we bought a bunch of frozen meals because like we had lasagna tonight. It was just easy.
yeah,
Put it in the oven for over an hour, call it a day.
yeah.
All right, pull up the leaderboard there, Doug.
Well, let's skip leaderboard until second after we finish this next round. If you want to play games with us tonight, we are going to be on our Discord to play. I don't know, maybe Among Us, or not Among Us, Fall Guys, maybe Among Us, if enough people will join, maybe Jackbox, it just all depends. So, join our Discord, or follow our link tree to join our Discord, I should say. We also have merch. Sweet, sweet merch. All right.
We do.
Next round is on state flags. You want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. So in this round, it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you a picture of a state flag, and you tell me what state it belongs to. Here's the first one. And I would like to point out that every flag, I have removed any mention of any name of the state. So if it doesn't look right, it's because I removed the state name from it.
Oh, you didn't make it super easy for people to...
Well, one that's later in the thing literally had the state name in large, bold, white letters. And I'm just like, that's a little... No, just no. So here we are. All right, that's everyone. I mean, they're killing it tonight. That was Virginia. Yeah, I know. I picked the state that I live in. I'm sorry. It had a big deal this week in local elections. Okay, so just let me have this.
Did you know that Virginia is the only flag that shows bare feet on it?
Did not know that. I've learned something today.
So how about this large blue field?
Yeah, I'm sorry for the words I put to these flags. I don't know how else to just. I'm an ass. So at least I didn't do what I did last time and just take country flags and they all had to be red, white, or blue. Red, white, and blue.
That was a fun round.
I had a little fun with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the answer is Nevada.
It is Nevada. All right. Look, there's more blue on this flag. I know. We're starting to see a theme. Yeah, I'm not sorry. Not sorry at all.
Anchors away, my boy.
Yeah, do you want to know something funny? I found out the other day. Well, I've known this but I'm reminded of it every year. So my birthday is actually on the founding of the Navy. So every year they're just like, "Hey, happy birthday to the Navy! You should come out to, the commissary and get food with all of the people." Because normally, even though I work on the base, I'm not allowed to eat at like their food places. And on that day, for some reason, we're allowed to. So every year on my birthday, I'm allowed to eat what they get to eat, which isn't that bad, if I'm being honest. And it's cheap, so that was Wisconsin. Yeah, lots of blue on their flag. They're special.
So wait, is it your birthday falls on the founding of the Navy or when they got reinstated? Because the Navy is the only branch of the military that was discontinued.
Founding of the Navy.
Okay.
October 13th, 1775.
I'm starting to sense a theme here. What about this blue one?
Again, I'm not sorry.
I'm not.
There is actually a theme, and it's not because they're all blue. So breaking that now, you'll figure it out at some point. I promise they're not all the states that I've lived in because we've already broken that. I've never lived in Nevada, or No, I did live in Wisconsin for a little bit, so I can't even say that. But I didn't live in Nevada, so broke that.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. I got my ass kicked once in Wisconsin. Dude, the balls on me sometimes. So my entire family are, my wife's family, they're all Packers fans. And they thought it would be funny because, shockingly, Dave, my father-in-law, has a guy for everything, and he happens to be really close with the photographer for the Chicago Bears, which kind of karma to me. But anyway, so he gets just like anybody else, he's able to get tickets for every game. Well, he got us tickets to go to see the Bears play the Packers at Lambeau. And while it was an amazing experience, I shockingly had to deck out in Bears gear, supporting my at the time, he's no longer with the Bears, and it makes me sad, but the VT alum Kyle Fuller. We lost. The Bears did. So I got flack the entire way home because Rodgers once again bailed them out of it. But it was a good time, and I definitely got props with the family from that for not being afraid to show my true colors in hostile territory. Anyway, that is Pennsylvania. That was Pennsylvania.
I mean, surprising absolutely nobody. I will always wear my team's colors regardless of how terrible the situation might turn out.
Yeah, I've been to some away Tech football games and some very unfriendly places. So,
surprisingly, Clemson's not one of them.
No, I'm saying they were super nice there.
Being I have gotten my ass kicked once at a football game, at a neutral site, no less. Fucking bullshit. Anyway,
well, we're not gonna get into that.
Okay, so not as much blue, but almost. A sun rising. Oh, shit.
What'd you do? You broke it. Broke it.
I spilt my beer, but thankfully I didn't spill it onto the keyboard.
That's good. Glad that you didn't party foul it that hard.
Instead, I only spilled it onto my little mat, which is just fine because it is waterproof. It's actually hydrophobic.
What's hydrophobic? I'm sorry.
The mat that my keyboard and mouse are on.
Yeah.
Which is great. They should really make more hydrophobic computer parts.
All right, I'm going to mute myself for a second. I'm going to try something.
Okay. All right. Well, that's everyone. That would be Arizona. Next question. I see a field of blue and some stripes and stars, and I think to myself. I mean, I don't fucking know. Is it said that I've been to almost all of these states in some way, shape, or form? I don't know any of them. At all. All right, well, that answer, that'd be Georgia. Similar, but more like a pennant than a flag. What state is this one? I'm currently trying to get some, what's it called? Promotions going. I have some friends and whatnot.
You have friends?
I have acquaintances.
I mean,
also, you want to know how weird it is hearing about my bachelor party from everyone but me?
It's fun. It's super great.
I fucking hate it.
I love it. It's great. It's fantastic.
It bugs the fuck out of me because oh yeah, we're going to so and so, and I'm like, when the fuck was that decided?
I would apologize, but that's not going to happen.
Something tells me that Jeremy specifically said, like, let's fuck with Doug.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's totally not what he said.
That's totally not something that is our friend group to a fucking T. Anyway, the answer is Ohio, the worst state in the union. It goes Ohio, Florida. I don't know who number 3 is. Maybe Texas? All right, you're up.
All right, last one of the rounds. And we've lost all the blue. I know. I told you that blue was not the theme. There you go. I broke it. Happy? We're moving on. Yeah. Just remember who you chose to be in your bachelor party, and remember the relationship that you have with all of them. And you did this to yourself.
I did.
Yeah, so I tried to switch over to my other computer, and for some reason, so I can get everything but my microphone to work on that computer. It's great. It's great. So it's either not be heard or not be seen. I mean, I can be seen on this one, but I don't want to cause epilepsy or other sad things. All right, we got everyone. That was Florida. That's Florida's flag. And I forget what state is it that. When I did the flags around for the countries, I tried to pick flags that had other similar flags, and this was one of those. And I think this one is Alabama. Yeah, I think it's Alabama. I'm trying to find it.
This one's Florida.
No, I'm saying that Alabama's flag is this one without the center circle. So it's just two red crosses.
Yeah.
It's just two red crosses.
All right. Well, let's go to our leaderboard. In first place, Lucas Takeover and E31. I'm gonna Clampy. You're going to the back end. How do I send you to the back? Oh wait, I know. Yeah, there we go. I have totally missed everybody's thing. Tony Sincata with 0. I'll let this run one more time, and then we'll get back to it. In first place again is Lucas Takeover, play E with 31.1. Bunghole the Grouch, Mean One, Bunghole Monster, I think is number 4. We'll find out in a second. Yep. And let's let that finish out.
Yeah, the Mice leaderboard is very different than that one, so it has not updated. It's great. It's great. It's fine. Great.
It's fine.
It's great.
All right. All right. Well, jump back into questions. Number 17. I believe this is all you.
Yeah. So this round we're gonna do Family Feud style. Namely, 100 people ask the same question and their answers were tallied. So I'll give you the question, and the top 3 answers get points. The most points for the top answer. The first one, name a house that you never want to be in. I'm not going to lie. I'm super proud of this round. I thought this was super fun and different. And I can't promise that it's not. And I can't promise that it's not going to happen again.
Why would you not want to be in a Democratic house? Like, okay, so just to. The reason I point that out is it's the Democrat Party, not the Democratic Party. There's a difference. Because yes, I would love to be in a house that is run democratically. But,
yeah.
But there's a difference between a Democrat house and a Republican house.
You know how to look at the other answers?
Yeah, you
just click it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just click it. It pops up. All right, so we got everyone. So the third most popular answer was the doghouse. The second most popular answer was the jail, or the big house. And the top answer was a haunted house. Haunted house was the top answer.
All right.
Let's do
name something in a person's closet that only comes out on special occasions.
Yeah.
Somebody's sexuality.
I mean, I can't promise. I mean, you see the GIF I chose for this one.
Yeah. I mean, he's stuck in the closet.
Yeah, he's stuck in the closet. It's yeah.
He's a gay fish. He loves fish sticks.
Ugh. There's so many memeable moments in South Park, and it's wonderful. Did you know that there are 5 episodes that you cannot watch legally?
Yep.
5 episodes that you cannot find.
Most of them feature the Prophet Muhammad.
Yep.
Because he is not supposed to be shown in any like media whatsoever. Drawing, like, you can talk about him, you can sing about him, you can blab on about him, but you can't draw him, you can't animate him, you can't a bunch of stuff.
Yep. I fixed the ones that were right but marked wrong.
Okay. And the answer is jewelry.
Jewelry is the top third answer. Number 2 was a dress, and number 1 was a suit or a tux.
Right,
so most points for tux. Next question, and I love this one. In horror movies, name a place teenagers go where there's always a killer on the loose. And of course, I had to pick the most memeable commercial there is about horror movies. Let's go hide behind the chainsaw wall. But what about the car that's on and full of gas?
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. Because no one ever acts rationally in a horror movie.
I will say the smartest horror movie heroine I've ever seen is Jeepers Creepers, where they escape from the initial like area, get into a truck, run over the monster, and like, oh, I think you killed it. And she puts that fucker in reverse and runs over that shit 4 or 5 times. And she's like, I'm not taking a chance. And I'm like, yes, my girl. Yes, unfortunately, she had the healing factor of Cell or Majin Buu and just came right back to life. And like, okay, that's not on you. That you tried. You tried your best. That's not on you. I'm sorry.
All right, for that one, top answer was a camp / woods / cabin. Because, typically there are camps and stuff. Number 2 was a cemetery or graveyard. And number 3 was a drive-in.
Mike Young just took his jacket off. Yes!
Jacket off.
Jacket off. Wait. Oh, who are we playing tonight?
It's actually Lehigh. It's my hometown school.
We're ahead by 22. And he took his jacket off? Really?
Refs suck, dude. It's
really?
It's not bad. This is bragging rights for me because everyone I know is giving me shit. They're like, "Oh, we're playing tech tonight. We're gonna beat you." And I was like, "Are you that?"
No, really? Hey, when was the last time? What? Why? Yeah. Why do you think the entire stadium yells "Jack it off"?
Yeah.
Or remember that time when Buzz yelled at, "Hey, quit cussing," because we were yelling bullshit so loud?
Yeah, I remember.
I remember. Yeah, so name a common candy bar component. Jacket off. Jacket off.
That kid in the GIF is so... Oh my god.
Ah!
That's like crack.
She's going Super Saiyan.
Straight crack.
She's going Super Saiyan.
Sure.
How dare you! She realizes how, like, notice how she looks down at her cotton candy, and that's what gets her pissed off. Like, there's not enough left.
I had too much fun making this round. This is great. It made me happy.
What are the answers? Because I don't understand how it works.
No, you're good. So the number 1 answer was chocolate. Number 2 answer was peanuts. And number 3 answer is caramel or caramel. Weird people. All right, number 21. Name something that might be full of holes. Name something that might be full of holes.
You don't want my answer, but yeah.
No, I don't want your answer. No, I don't. Nope. Not. I'm good. Thanks.
It's gonna piss you off as much as it pisses me off. Our offensive line
Oh, sad.
and our defensive secondary.
My team is so bad.
We're so bad.
We had the game in our hands last.
Yeah, no. You know who had the game in his hands? Keyshawn King. Keyshawn King had the game in his hands and he dropped it.
I forget answers. I love you guys. This is great. All right. Answers. Number 1 answer was Swiss cheese. Number 2 answer was socks or clothes. And number 3 answer was story or alibi.
Name something that shakes, rattles, and rolls.
Doppelgangers. Oh, goodness.
Booba. I love how. So I'm watching the game cast now.
Uh-huh.
When anything happens for VT, it shows a headshot. When anything happens for Lehigh, it's a jersey with a number on it.
Are you shocked?
Booba Moma, defensive rebound. Tech currently has a 99.9% chance of winning.
Well, thankfully they're not like our football team and would lose that game. They'd find a way.
I think we were up to like an 86% chance of winning when they got their touchdown, and it went from like 86% chance of winning to like Georgia Tech 51.2%. All right, all you, give me the answers.
Hold on a second, I am fixing things.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm working on it, I promise. All right, the answers were, number 1 answer was an old car. Number 2 answer was a toy or rattle. And number 3 answer was a rattlesnake, or, just snake. Number 23.
Don't step
Names.
on Snick.
Number 23, name something a person might keep in a cellar. I also love the number 3 answer for this one, and it makes me happy. Mostly because people have as dark of a sense of humor as I do.
I think you might have given away with that, but yes.
I don't care. Everyone's gotten the number 1 answer so far, so
Booba Moma is doing all of the work.
Everyone's got their one guy, dude. Everyone's got their one guy.
Booba Moma, offensive rebound. Booba Moma, missed jumper. Booba Moma, block.
All right. Answers for that. The top answer is wine or booze. Number 2 answer is food or canned goods. And my personal favorite, number 3 answer is dead bodies. Dead bodies.
Lucas just texted me and said Kim wouldn't let me answer dead bodies.
It's okay. They got the number 1 answer, so it's fine. They did fine.
I keep my bone collection in the what is it? The protective case in our guest bedroom to show people my collection. What's the point of having a collection if you're not going to show it off to people?
Right?
Name something you hang up. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
I said I had a little fun with this round. I'm not proud of it.
Booba Moma, missed jumper. Booba Moma, block. Booba Moma. Who the fuck is Booba Moma? Because he's just like crushing it. Well, not really crushing it because he missed every jumper he's tried to make. I assume he's the center. 15 seconds, we made another jumper. Like, just give up. It's 15 seconds left. Come on.
We're only up by 27. We're only up by 27.
Yeah, all right. So that game's over. Come talk to me when we're, I don't know.
Playing ACC games.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm fixing answers. All right. And the answers for that, and the number 1 answer was a phone, or, any version of that phone call, cell phone call. Number 2 was hat or clothes or coat. Number 3 answer was towel. A lot of you put picture. That was actually the number 4 answer, which, teach their own, I guess. So close. That's so far.
Is that halftime? Nah, let's just keep going. Fuck it.
All right.
So,
All right, it's the 50-50 rounds. Tell them how to do it, Doug.
50-50 round. We are going to give you 2 things, and you're going to tell us what is older, or what happened, what was invented, or what was established earlier.
AKA, like, if something happened in 1917, that is earlier than anything that happened in the year 1918 or later.
Right. So, I'm going to set a timer. We have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. It's like we do this every week. I believe I said last time, I gave you guys 3:30, and you crushed it with a half, with 30 seconds left. So I'm only going to give you 3 minutes for this one. So here's how this goes. Oh, no, you're right. It is 3:30. I gave you 4 minutes last time. It's 3:30 this time. How this is going to work is, and I obviously I'm throwing up my Smirnoff Red, White, and Mary as a chugging. If you guys do this in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, there are 7 teams. If all 7 teams answer, we move on to the next question. No questions asked. Just like you just keep going. Doesn't matter. If we get to time, so if all 45 seconds pass and there is a team that does not answer, they will not be counted towards the completion in the next question. So here we go. Number 1 for this round. We already said this. I'll give you 2 things. You tell us what is older. What happened earlier, was invented first, or was established earlier. For 1, the fax machine or the telephone. Ready, go.
And I'll add in this, I will chug the rest of my beer. And because I've been trying to fix my camera the entire time, there's a lot left. So have at it.
6, 7. That is, it's fax machine.
Number 2, the invention of the microscope or the invention of the wristwatch. And I have all the details for all of this afterwards. We can go through it.
Yeah, we'll go back and read them because I'm sure some of you are going to get really pissed off. But
I did my research, damn it.
That's 6. That's 7. Next one. That's
so the answer was wristwatch.
First known classes being held at Oxford University, or the invention of eyeglasses, which came first?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to fix the answers to this one.
Well, clothing buttons means
eyeglasses.
Eyeglasses.
I apologize, everyone. I went through 6 different answers for this as the second one.
Clothing
Not
buttons.
that gives you an answer.
Clothing buttons means eyeglasses.
I apologize. That's on me. I promise I had good intentions. This was not me being a dick. We're missing somebody.
Abby Kabunghole.
Abby Kabunghole is holding it up for everyone.
6, 4, 2, 1. All right, that's classes at Oxford. Next, go for it.
The invention of touchscreens or the invention of the floppy disk.
You guys have 1 minute and 50 left.
Halfway through. Yeah, again, I did my research on these, so they can be as mad as they want. Proud of these questions,
right,
damn it.
That's
it. It was the touchscreen. It was actually the touchscreen. Let's go. Next question.
The invention of the air conditioner or the foundation of the National Geographic Society? Matt, you're doing really good at like throwing people off, because there's definitely questions from like previous ones. I'm like, oh no, it's definitely this. Oh no, it's definitely that. Oh no, it's definitely this. And
yeah, no, like I said, I did my research.
Answer is
so it's actually the National Geographic Society. Moving to the next question. The first Oreo cookies or the first sold Girl Scout cookies? So which one was sold first?
1 minute left.
And I'd like to point out, and Jenny will never let me live this down now that I know this information, and this does not give you the answer, but oh, never mind. Sorry, we'll talk about it later. There's Oreo cookies. Oreo cookies were sold first.
Founding of the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio or the founding of Nintendo?
So the Disney
40
Brothers
seconds
cartoon,
left.
the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio is actually Disney. It's now Disney, but that was the original name of the company. Don't at me.
All right, that's the answer. And
It was Nintendo.
last one, 20 seconds left. The playing of the first World Series, the playing of the first Rose Bowl. 17 seconds left. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh,
I got it right at the wire too.
And all right, so we now have our standard is going to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds from now on.
I like it.
What's that answer?
So the answer was actually the Rose Bowl. All right, so I'll go over all the fun things, but we owe them something for what they just did.
I believe so too. Motherfucker.
All right, I'm sorry if this warning epilepsy possibility. I promise it's not my computer.
It is your computer.
I know it is. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, I'm gonna go over the fun stuff now so that you can all get mad at me. Well, you can not get
Oh,
mad at me because
God.
I actually did research on this shit. So for the first one, it was the fax machine or the telephone. So the
tastes like
fax machine was
pine sol and fucking cherry vodka. Ugh.
that's amazing. All right, so the fax machine was actually invented in 1843 by Alexander Bain, and the telephone was invented in 1876. So there's a 30-year difference there. So fun for everyone.
So
For-
my question is, how did fax machines send faxes without telephone lines?
So they didn't need telephone lines. They sent them over airwaves, but it was short distances. It was like next door. It was like it wasn't far at all. But the technology was there. They just needed an apparatus to transfer.
I mean,
all right,
Morse code existed, so I assume
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's the thing. Morse code was a thing, so like they were able to go over those airwaves. But
Yeah.
obviously, telephones spanned farther and could carry more data, so that made the fax machine better. But the original was invented 30 years before the telephone was. All right,
fuck
for the
you,
microscope,
Alexander Graham Bell.
yeah, the microscope or the wristwatch. So the first known wristwatch was actually presented to Queen Elizabeth in 1571 by the Earl of Leicester, Robert Dudley. And the microscope was invented by Han and Zacharias Janssen and this is a large range because they're not 100% sure, but one way or another, it's between 1590 and 1610.
Keep taking over the explanations. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. Number 3 was the first known classes being held at Oxford, or the invention of eyeglasses. So there's evidence of classes being taught as early as 1096 at Oxford. Even though there isn't a clear date as to when the university was founded, they are 100% sure that there was a form of class being taught in 1096. Eyeglasses were invented in Italy sometime between 1268 and 1300. So that's almost 200 years difference between the two. And this is the one that people got super pissy with me about. The touchscreen was actually invented in 1965 by E.A. John Johnson while working at the Royal Radar establishment in Malvern. So basically what they were doing is they wanted to make it easier to use some of their instrumentation for radar. So they invented I forget what the patent was for. Basically, it's the early version of the touchscreen. It didn't do a whole lot. It didn't have a bunch of buttons like we're used to today. It had like 3 that could go between different functions for the radar. Floppy disk was invented at IBM between 1967 and 1972. So that one was a little closer, but caught all of me on that one. I don't know what this is, but the invention of the air conditioner or the foundation of the National Geographic Society. So the National Geographic Society was founded on January 27, 1888, and it was originally an elite club of wealthy explorers and travelers. The air conditioner was invented by Willis Carter in 1902, only a year after he graduated with a master's in engineering from Cornell University. So 14 years difference there. Number 6. First sold Oreo cookies are the first sold Girl Scout cookies. So the first Oreo cookies were sold sometime in 1912 as Nabisco, formerly known as the National Biscuit Company, trademarked and registered the name Oreo on, and this is what I was trying to say. My wife, who is a lover of all things Oreo, shares her birthday with the founding of Oreo cookies on March 14th, 1912. The Girl Scouts were founded in 1912, but the first cookies were only baked in kitchens and sold door to door 5 years later in 1917. Number 7, founding of the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio or the founding of Nintendo. So Nintendo was actually founded in 1889. Originally, they were producing playing cards. They actually reached out to Walt Disney to see if he wanted a deck of playing cards featuring all of their famous characters. So Walt Disney and his brother founded Disney on October 16th, 1923 in Hollywood. So a large gap there.
Do you know where bicycles came from?
Where did bicycles come from?
Playing cards. Someone tried to imitate playing cards from Nintendo, called them bicycle playing cards, and the picture at the time it was that like the big ass wheel with like the small wheel in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they're called, but to fit it on a card, they put two symmetrical wheels on the card, and that's how they like came up with the bicycle.
Interesting.
Yep.
And the last one of this round, the Rose Bowl, the first game of the Rose Bowl, the first World Series. So the first Rose Bowl game was played by Stanford and Michigan on January 1st, 1902. Michigan won by a score of 49-0. The first World Series was played between the Boston Americans and the Pittsburgh Pirates between the October 1st and October 13th of 1903. The Boston Americans won the series 5-3.
So I just want to read off the stats real quick. So fax machine telephone, 29% of you got it right. Wristwatch microscope, 71%. First class at Oxford or eyeglasses, 57%. Touchscreen floppy disk, 14%. National Geographic air conditioner, 71%. Oreo cookies, Girl Scout cookies, 43%. Nintendo Disney, 71%. Rose Bowl World Series, 14%. I should not have had to chug that friggin' thing.
Of that round. That's a fun one, and I will be doing that again because that research was super interesting.
So, next one. One letter. We will give you your scores after this one. For this round, the answer is a single letter. So you have a 1 in 23 chance of getting it. Wait, 23?
26.
26, sorry. 23 chromosomes. Anyway, 1 in 26 possibility. So, first one. Which letter denotes the Roman numeral for 100?
Another memorable show, The Simpsons. Pretty wonderful.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. Thank you, South Park.
Roman numeral for 100. The sad part is we're going to be alive for this Super Bowl.
I know.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Actually, no, probably not. Never mind. Because 50 was when we were in our 20s. So it'd be like 120 something. No, plus 50 would be like 70 or something. No, we are going to be alive for Super Bowl. We will be alive for Super Bowl C, which is 100.
It's in 2066. You should be able to make it to 2066.
I can make it another 40 years. Or
I was going to say, you should be okay, dude.
38 years, yeah.
All right, number 2. Which vitamin is necessary for preventing rickets? Again, the answer is a single letter. Which vitamin?
Not to be confused with scurvy.
Yes, rickets and scurvy are very different. Simpsons did it. All right, the answer is vitamin D. You need vitamin D. You need to go out in the sun.
Which letter of the alphabet is sometimes referred to as the little canina or the canine letter?
I love the reasoning for why it's called this, and it makes me so happy, and I'll tell everyone after
You
the
didn't
question.
write a note, and that bothers me.
Well, it's because I knew I was going to be talking about it. It makes me so happy. Oh, and none of them. What? I'm not going to do that. That's not fun for anyone. So the answers actually are, and it's because it's the sound a dog makes when they're growling.
Grrr. Oh, I just thought of a joke. Never mind. Moving on.
Only
Did I
four
ask the last one or
letters.
you did?
Yeah, you got it. Only 4 letters can be doubled at the beginning of the word. The letter E is as in eel. Can you name the other 3 letters? So there are 3 answers here that are correct. I obviously will take any of them. And if you want, you can take a chance at all 3, and we'll give you points for as many as you can guess.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Throw your answers in Twitch chat. Well, answer one of the 3 and throw in the other 2 or 1 or whatever in Twitch chat. We'll give you bonus points. Or answer
all
blank
3
space blank space blank, and we'll
Yeah.
give you extra points.
I was gonna say that's what I was thinking. Just put it all in the thing. We don't need to.
Yeah, let's not bring Twitch. We don't need to bring Twitch into this.
Look at that. Good work. Good work. I'll take care of it. Do 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 do.
I
Do 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 do.
I mean, that's what you're coming into.
What? Oh, not talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Like,
Oh, I thought you were
so
talking to me.
when we do the like introductions, we're not doing Metallica. We're not doing Enter Sandman like fucking everyone else does. We're doing Eye to Eye.
As you should. Good choices. All right, I'm finishing. A lot of people had multiple things. So I had to think.
Oh my god.
All right. So the answers were A, O, and L. Think llama, ooze, and aardvark.
Ivan Ooze.
It was a fun one. I like that one.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. I have a secret shopper. Area codes. And president's favorite drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, is that niche or what?
That's a little niche.
All right, next one. What is the most common blood type in the general population?
A little niche, but who says that we can't do that now? I don't say blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Have you watched Hotel Transylvania?
All of them.
They're fantastic.
They are amazing.
They make me so happy.
Hi,
They're such a-
Marvin.
Marvin's alive?
In Twitch, yeah.
I see that.
Marvin, why aren't you playing? The answer is O.
Yeah, the answer is O. Most common. Shocking, I know. All right. No countries in the world have their names begin with there's 2 letters that names don't begin with for a single country in the world. X or what other letter? X was too easy, people.
Yeah.
Also, if you watch your Animaniacs, you know most of them. Obviously, some countries have changed since this was made. Although I think they updated it.
Yeah, Ron Paulson did a video where he sang the entire countries of the world with updated countries.
That's amazing.
Yeah. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
I was like, everyone always badmouthed me watching Animaniacs. I was like, I learned shit from Animaniacs. I don't want to hear it from you people. And don't say, what do you mean, you people? Because
Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a
I
lesson,
lesson that we should learn. Oh my god, it's such a good show.
My favorite is when something comes up that they're like, that's not kid friendly. Like, always be a giver, not a receiver. Good night, everybody. It's like,
It was made for the parents just as much as it was made for the kids.
100%.
I mean, there's a reason that they did a reboot of it recently.
Yep.
All right, missing one team.
Who are we missing? We were missing. No, we're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 on man. So
I only have 6. So the answer is W. For those of you who said Z, Zambia, Zimbabwe. For those of you who said Y, Yemen. O, I can't think of one off the top of my head,
Oman.
but there's Oman. That's an easy one. Good call. Let's do it. Next question.
Which
Kill
letter
it.
is most commonly used in the English language or English words?
I try not to go political here, but this was the best GIF for this one.
I know words. I had the best words. My favorite is how he, like, I always call it the fish move. Where it's like, he doesn't know how big the fish is. I caught a fish. It was this big.
It was this big. Yeah. Oh man. Good times. I'm gonna have to go listen to that now, and I'm a little angry at you.
I'm not, because
That's such a good song, though. It's like the President's song, which needs to be updated. All right, do you have 7? Because I'm not getting a 7th.
I got 7.
I don't know what's
Hold
going
on.
on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 of 7.
I was gonna say I have 6 of 8.
Whatever.
Whatever.
E.
All right, so it was E. For those of you who didn't choose a vowel, shame on you. All right, last question of the round, and we'll do leaderboard. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, what is the only letter in the English language that is never silent? There is a single letter, according to the dictionary, that is never silent when pronounced correctly in words.
Name the breed of dog based on picture.
Hell yeah, it's a good one. I have a lot of
No.
picture rounds. I want to do.
No. They are apparently very specific.
Oh, okay. That would be interesting. We might just have to say, if we do that, we might just have to do the. I mean, if it's multiple choice, they can figure it out. That'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can guess your way into correct answers.
Yeah.
I have 6. 1, 2. So we're.
I think we lost somebody because it's that same guy that we've been missing since the beginning. At least on mine.
I have 6 of 7. We're missing Tony, so we lost somebody, but
Yeah, we lost somebody at some point. All right. Well, the answer was the letter V. The letter V is never silent, which is funny because I even gave you it. It's never silent. The V is never silent.
right.
Ha 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 ha.
And your leaderboard in first place, Lucas Takeover plus E with 90.31. Bunghole the Grouch 61.918. Miss Bunghole 59.984. Bunghole Monster 58.7. Scrappy and Tiny 41.429. Abby Kabunghole 13.389. And Tony Sincata. I would just like to point out, you guys are mixing up Sesame Street and Muppets, and you don't realize it. But no, actually, no, I'm wrong. Wait, hold on, Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, no, you are. Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, and Abby, what's her face, are all Sesame Street. Miss Bunghole, I assume, is Miss Piggy, which is Muppets. So, you done goofed.
Piss.
Next one, moving on. Last round of the night is music. You want to take it from here?
Yeah, I can do it. All right, number 1 in this category, number 41 overall. Who was the original drummer for the Beatles? I did a generic music round, so there is no. This is common knowledge shit. So good luck and Godspeed. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Original.
Yeah, original. That's important here. Original here.
Actually, let me see if this is.
This is accurate. I double checked. I
Oh,
mean, you
no,
can
no, not
too.
that. Did you know that the original, or maybe he was the rhythmic guitarist for Metallica, was fired one day and created. Oh, why can't I remember what it's called? The other massive metal band. Where's Brian when I need him?
Sorry. The answer is Pete Best. Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles. Original. I promise. Do you want me to just roll here?
Yeah, go.
Seems
go,
like
go
I was gonna
for
say it seems like you're deep in trying to find something. How many members are in the Korean boy band BTS?
And they are all going to serve their
military service.
Yep, they're doing their military service. That's why they're going on hiatus for the next 2 years.
It's so crazy to me that that's a necessity in Korea. Like literally, famous soccer players kind of stop their careers to go serve in the military. Anyway, the answer was 7. There are 7 of them, and I didn't use a picture with all of them in the same screen because that would be no fun.
will.i.am, best known for being part of what pop hip hop group?
Yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about when you were talking about Muppets versus Sesame Street. I got it now. We're okay.
The Bungholes always have a theme.
I know they have a theme and it's wonderful, but like I didn't know where you were getting it. Well, it's like, what in the world are you talking about?
The answer is Black Eyed Peas.
Yes. All right. We're coming up on it, so we should all know it. But what is the best-selling single worldwide?
You really screwed up because there was another one that you could put in here that would have really screwed everyone over.
I thought about it, and I know which one you're talking about, and I'm not sorry about it. I know exactly which one you're talking about. 100% sure that I know which one it is. It's okay. I'm still catching people. I should have, though. You're right. Having a single Christmas song. Just grind. It was White Christmas by Bing Crosby, and I'm sure you want to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
All I want. Anyway.
Yep, I know.
In which music video did Michael Jackson debut his famous moonwalk?
It's my favorite Michael Jackson gif. It's great.
It's just...
It makes me happy. Also, I think my camera's fixed.
Yeah, I haven't seen it go.
I've been watching the Twitch stream to make sure that I wasn't causing issues. And yeah, I could have. Well, I know in the beginning it was bad, so it was off for a reason. You can blame Lucas's computer. This is hand me down. It's fine. It's fine. It's great. It's a great computer. It works. I can play games with you guys, and I don't feel like I'm hating life. All right, Doug, we got them all.
Billie Jean. And actually, the moonwalk was first performed after a Jackson 5 concert. So a Jackson 5 concert happened, and then at the end, Michael Jackson was like, I've got a couple of songs for you guys. Came out, started with Billie Jean, and did his little like but whatever, and then did the moonwalk, and everyone lost their fucking mind over it. So he was little Michael still back then.
I love little Mike.
I love Michael. And then after the whole Billie Jean thing, he kind of just...
I'm sorry, I started the next question. This Barbadian singer, Robin Fenty, is better known by her middle name. Sorry. Sorry, it's on me.
Barbadian? Oh, Barbados.
Barbados. From Barbados. Barbados. Yeah, and this is actually the correct way to do it. I was so worried about. I was like, I'm just gonna put from Barbados. This singer's from Barbados, but I was like, no, Barbadian's so much more fun to say. Barbadian.
What's the answer?
The answer is Rihanna. Rihanna. It's her middle name. The more you know.
In what decade was the famous American jazz trumpeter Miles Davis born?
Yeah, I went so hard here to try to cover as many of the different music genres as possible. I think I didn't do country.
No one cares about country.
Yeah, I didn't do country. Jenny would be disappointed, but I don't care.
I love Country Road so much, but not the country version of it.
That's fair. That is fair.
The answer is the 1920s. Was when he was born. He became famous in the 1940s for his trumpet playing, and from there on until he died.
Yep. Super popular. And bringing it home, last question of the night. Beyonce rose to stardom as part of which girl band? What? Did I screw up? What did I do?
No, I screwed up. I didn't put it's not a wager question.
Oh. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I think Lucas Takeover and E are so far ahead that I don't think it matters.
All right. Well, answer.
It was Destiny's Child. Most of you got it. It's Destiny's Child. Let's bring up that leaderboard.
Leaderboard says in first place. Doesn't matter. Lucas doesn't count. Bunghole Monster 79.7. That's Ben. Miss Bunghole 77.7. Bunghole the Grouch 77.2. Scrappy and Tiny 45. Abby Kabunghole and Tony Sincata. With that, Ben, you win. Do you want the prize or not? Who do you want to give it to? We can. It's up to you what you want to do with it. Message us in Discord. For those of you who are interested, we're going to play some games afterwards. Join our Discord if you are so inclined. Might play some, I don't know, Fall Guys or something. Otherwise,
Lucas just can't talk. He's super sick. I'm sure that Lucas was frantically pointing at the screen.
probably. I'm a keyboard warrior.
No, Kim, you're disqualified because. Stab. But yeah.
All right, we will catch you all next week for Office Trivia. We hope you all are looking forward to it. We are super excited. So, hope to see you there. We will catch you all on the flip side. Hope you had a good